Welcome back to Neuroconversant Leadership, where we talk about effective communication and leadership, especially in the STEM workplace or wherever neurodivergent people can be found. I'm Jeremy Dorn, and I'd love to help great engineers become great leaders. And I want to announce today I'm going to be making some changes to the format of this podcast. So far, we've been alternating. 1 week would be just me, and 1 week would be interviews with experts. And I'm planning to reduce the number of episodes that are just me, possibly even eliminate them altogether. I want to continue having experts on various topics, and I'm adding hot seat episodes. These are going to be interviews with people who are living the challenge. So they are engineers who have gotten promoted into leadership roles, and sometimes they're executives and they have a team of people who have been engineers and are now managers, talking about the things that they've overcome and how they did it, as well as any current issues that they have. The format's a little bit up in the air. These interviews tend to be a little bit shorter. I'm not sure if I'm going to be combining multiple interviews in one episode or just playing the whole interview. It's a work in progress. And as always, I'm open to your thoughts, so please put them in the comments for the show or reach out to me on my email, which is jdorn@neuroconversantleadership.com. Episodes are still going to be aired weekly, but like I said, I'll be alternating between the two different types of interviews. If something comes up that I really want to dive deeper into, then I'll probably just add a short solo episode, and I might have 2 episodes in a single week. Again, it's a work in progress. Now, for today's topic, have you ever talked to someone who's only half listening, and how did that make you feel? Have you ever been in a conversation where you aren't fully paying attention? And did you retain everything from that conversation, or did you miss some things? Being present in a conversation is very important, but it's not always easy to do. So I want to talk about a few things that help me. First is minimize distractions. Put away your phone and turn off the ringer or the buzzer. I usually put mine in do not disturb mode, because if I don't do that, then my watch will buzz when someone calls or messages. When I put it into do not disturb mode, it stops my phone and my watch from making noises or vibrating. Whenever possible, find a quiet, private space. It reduces both outside noise and it reduces distractions. We are designed to pay attention to things that move, which is why they always talk about squirrels. When a squirrel runs by, it's really hard not to pay attention. Or a person walks by, or the TV changes to a commercial, or your computer tells you that you have an email. You get the picture. Things that move or change beg for our attention, and it's really hard to ignore them. So whenever you can, it's best to simply remove them. Sometimes you can't. Sometimes you're in public, or you might even be at a networking event, and then you need to find ways to stay focused on the person you're talking to. I recently started using a Pomodoro timer. If you don't know what that is, it's just a little timer, and it's designed to break things into segments of 25 minutes and 5 minutes. So you stay focused for 25 minutes, and then you get a 5-minute break. It helps me in 2 ways. One, it helps me start projects that I really don't want to do because I know I'm only going to have to do them for about 25 minutes and then I get a break. And it helps me to stay focused. I find, just like everyone else, that I want to check my messages in the middle, or I want to look at my emails. But if I realize I only got 10 minutes left on my timer, it allows me to stay focused and wait until the time is up to look at my phone. And you can do something kind of similar at a networking event. If you recognize that you're only going to be talking to that one person for a short period of time, say 3 to 5 minutes, after those 3 to 5 minutes, you get to take a break or find a new person to talk to or go home, whatever it is. That way, rather than being distracted by people who walk by or other conversations you can overhear, stay focused on the person you're with and make the most of the few minutes that you have with them. I guarantee they're going to notice, whether they notice it consciously or unconsciously. The fact that you were able to stay present, especially in a challenging environment like that, is going to make a difference in how people feel about the conversation that you had with them. And maintain eye contact. Obviously, you don't want to look them in the eye 100% of the time because that would be creepy. But when you aren't making eye contact, don't start looking at other people or things that are moving around. It's going to make the person you're talking to feel like you want to be talking to someone else. So when you're not making eye contact, you can look up, you can look down, or you can look at any object that's not moving. Any of those things will both help you concentrate on listening or thinking about whatever you need to think of, and the other person's going to recognize that. In addition to the eye contact, physically face them with both your shoulders and your feet. If your head's facing them, but your body isn't, you look like you want to get away. So make sure that you're maintaining eye contact at the appropriate amount. You are physically facing them all up and down your body. Another thing is, do not try to think about what you're going to say next. This is the common trap that almost all of us fall into. Instead of thinking about what you're going to say next, try to truly understand what the person is saying, and not just that, what it means to them and what's behind what they're actually saying. This helps you stay much more focused, and it'll also get you to start asking questions, which does two things. It helps you to truly understand what the person is saying, thinking, and feeling, and it shows that you are sincerely present. If you want practice being present, try meditation. It can be done anywhere at any time. You don't need to get into a robe, pull out a meditation pillow, and sit still for hours. You can meditate while you're walking, while you're doing dishes, or sitting by the pool. Meditation really just means focusing on a thing so that the rest of your mind can be clear. So the next time you're sitting outside, try this. Close your eyes and pay attention to how many sounds you can hear. At first, you're going to notice one or two, like cars or birds or whatever the main ones are. But what you'll realize is that when you really focus on just that, you will hear dozens of different sounds. There are so many sounds around you at all times that you never realize are there because we just never focus on it. So focus on that. You can do this with any of your senses, or you can just really focus on what it is that you're doing. Try driving without talking or listening to the radio and just really paying attention to driving and what's happening around you. Frankly, if everyone did that while they were driving, we would have far fewer car accidents, but I realize it's not realistic. But try it for 5 minutes at a time and see what a difference it makes. Getting into the habit of paying attention and not getting distracted pays dividends in many areas of your life. But for the purposes of this episode, it's really going to help you in conversations with other people by allowing you to be more present and more focused. Thanks for listening to another episode of Neuroconversant Leadership. We're over 100 episodes now. And as mentioned, I'm going to be making some changes. So I would love your feedback on what changes I should make, what things I should add, what things I should take away. Please do me a favor and reach out either on LinkedIn or on my email address, which is jdoran@neuroconversantleadership.com. I look forward to hearing your suggestions. Thanks a lot. Until next time, have a great week.